I've done finding pictures, I've spray painted, I've done a lot of things.
The work in Menzieshill started 3.5 years ago now. The first round of that allowed us to do a 6-month consultation within the community, doing an asset-based approach, looking at what's working well in Menzieshill, what perhaps is not working so well, what are some of the assets, some of the people that are great assets in the community, some of the organisations, buildings, green spaces. We had a look at it all. The real heart behind that was to find out how we could best help people in Menzieshill and also look at how Menzieshill could help itself. So at the very end of that, we pulled together some individuals, local residents, to create what is now Building a Stronger Menzieshill.
But yeah, we just want to see families being able to access resources that they normally wouldn't be able to access. I think we're really being recognised as a group within the community and an important asset within itself, within the community.
The journey for the workshops came through a great guy, Sam. He is a creative expressions coordinator with Bethany Christian Trust, and he popped up to have a chat, have a look at Menzieshill, and while he was up here he was speaking to some of the local residents, finding out what they would like to see happen in their community, but obviously coming from the point of view of being a creative coordinator that was already thinking creatively. So out of that, the community steered what happened the past few weeks here.
We've got 3 different artists who are each leading a kind of series of workshops. Ciara Menzies led a kind of photography school during the Easter holidays. Craig Crawford, aka Seagull, he led some fantastic drop-in graffiti art sessions, and Rhona Jack is leading some crafts with some of the women in the area. We're going to develop 3 outdoor exhibition kind of interventions kind of all around the different spaces in the neighbourhood, and that will kind of lead into creating a sort of treasure hunt for families and such like to go on, and they can win a art set at the end of that.
So in the workshop we did a series of things looking at what is the identity of Menzieshill, and thinking in and around if Menzieshill was a person, who would that be? So I think part of the project was trying to think around how we can celebrate Menzieshill. It was really lovely to see people try things they'd never tried before. Most people had never used an actual camera before, so that was great. And just lovely to see things through other people's eyes and them notice things that I maybe didn't notice.
I've learned how to use a camera because I couldn't use one before.
We've been taking pictures of nature and we've been taking pictures of people too.
I really learned how to take like a very good photograph because I've never used a camera before. I've not used a camera before, and it's my first time, and I found it so fun and interesting.
Yeah, it's been quite hard. I do a lot of photography in my own time, but I've never done anything where I've had to compare a place, especially a place I live in, to a person. So it's been quite a hard thing to take photos of, I think. I think everyone's been quite down this year, and I feel there's not you walk around Menzieshill and a lot of people give it really negative, say a lot of negative things about it. It's quite overlooked and people don't really think about it much, but there's a lot of interesting things that I found in it and stuff, and there's a lot of community and stuff. When we were taking photos of people and you asked people, and almost everyone said yeah, and even people that didn't say yeah, they weren't mean about it, they were just quite polite in that. It just shows that there's a lot more good to it than people see.
It's got me out of the house, and it's got me actually doing something that I'm more into now.
Not everything you think is boring is boring. You have to look into something and try to find meaning in it, because it might come out as something good.
It's better to try something that you think you can't do than just backing out of it.
This is kind of a community garden that's been put together essentially over the years. So we have multiple schools involved, and we're just trying to get more people involved with gardening, but also all the produce that's grown goes to the local food bank that works outside the church. So it's all about giving back to the community as much as possible. It's lovely to see kids and everybody just express themselves through art. And art can be a multitude of things. It can be photographs, you know, artwork along the wall or anything. But it's just great to see them express themselves in somewhat what ways. Whether that be words or a picture or something, it's great to see it, and I really like it. It means the community has come to the community garden almost, and it just means that it is the community, you know, and the community are making it, so it's good to see it. It's great, yeah.
The purpose of these street art sessions has been to give some young people in Menzieshill a much needed creative way to express themselves. So I just like running sessions where they get to have a nice shot of something on it, and it's just worked out. It's been a really sunny day as well, so awesome. At the start of the day when the young people arrive, they always look a bit nervous and a bit like, what is this, what are we doing? But every day they've just broken down a little bit more and got more confident and more into it. And like, I love it when they start off not being able to make eye contact, and then later on they're telling you stories and like kind of really getting into it as well, which I always find fascinating with working with this age range. Street art can bring a much needed injection of colour into a lot of communities, and it can just bring people together a little bit as well, and just kind of create something that the community can enjoy and people can enjoy in general.
We've been spray painting on the wall street art. We just learnt how to hold the can and how to spray paint in that. It's good.
Well, I've been doing some graffiti art on the wall. Pretty bad at it still, to be honest, but still kind of interested in it. No, this is my first time, so it's a pretty good experience. So I've learnt that I could do anything that I put my mind to, because like at the start I kind of didn't want to like try a lot, but like the end I was like, okay, I want to do this now. So then I tried and tried again, and then I finally got that right behind us. So.
We're doing some crafting sessions with members of the community from Menzieshill, and we're all working together making some small weaving pieces and also some small pieces working with netting where we're stitching into it and weaving into it, and all working together to create a big public artwork that's going to go up in Menzieshill. I've been just amazed by the talent that's coming out of it. I've been kind of just showing a few simple techniques and then letting the participants run with the ideas, and everybody's created work that's so varied and wonderful in so many different ways. I think it's a really amazing way to bring people together, and I think we've seen a lot through COVID. Crafting and making art has become a big thing for people's mental health, which is a really amazing way for people to come together and work together and feel a kind of satisfaction with the work that they're making. So everybody's working individually on small parts that are going to come together and create something that will be, you know, really quite large and really hopefully give everyone a sense of pride and a sense of pride both in their community and in the work that they've done. It's such a rewarding experience being able to all work together after months and months that have been quite isolating, and actually to have a feeling of all being together and just spending time working.
I am Ethan and I've really enjoyed this quiz thing. I'm really happy to get the the kit thing that I'm going to win. I'm really happy to get it.
I'm Lachlan Mingus.
Ennis Gibson.
I kind of like the idea that it's like community based. There's like people from here and like kind of their creative side of life, really. Yeah.
Get that sort of perspective and see what goes on. See what they've been capturing throughout lockdown as well.
I'm Connor. I'm Owen.
I'm Scott.
Nina.
There's stuff on you.
Yeah. Learning their stuff and it's fun. It brings everybody together. Stuff, getting energy.
This is where the life. I think this is like places like this is where the life of a city is, and where the actual locals come from. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of important to have these projects.
We've went spray painting. We've done that.
That's the weaving. You've done a bit of that.
Yeah.
And we're going to see the
photographs
next.
along there. I spray painted the bumblebee and the spider. I quite like it a lot.
It's been really lovely because we had a lot of children coming around, and they were really enjoying getting involved, and it was nice especially to see the boys. There was a few boys who really got into it and were like, I can do this, I'm the best at this, and I think that was a really lovely moment. To have the kids who maybe like wouldn't think that they wanted to do weaving or wouldn't think that they wanted to, you know, make anything with fabric, and then actually getting involved and having a really good time with it. I hope that us doing this has given people a chance to kind of re-engage with art and craft within the community, and given them a chance to come together and kind of enjoy the area together.
So I think one of the things I've enjoyed in Menzieshill is just a sense of welcome, that there's just been a real energy and openness to working together. This is the first time Bethany has ever done these sort of creative workshops in this area. I think one thing that surprised me is having worked with community organisations before, sometimes they've said, you know, expect 4 participants when you start a new thing, and actually it's been amazing that we've had so many people actually come and take part in the project. We can only just hope that from their enjoyment of the activities that things will continue to grow.
My hope for the work in Menzieshill as it progresses, obviously it's that it would grow, that it would have a further reach, and that it would really be a catalyst for real transformational change, not just in the community, but in the lives of the individual people. You know, the people that are struggling, not struggling anymore, that person who just can't get a job, you know, being helped and supported to get that job. You know, all the little things, that person who is struggling to move house and doesn't have furniture, having what they need, you know, or somebody who doesn't know that they're eligible for some benefit, you know, being supported and having that benefit. Just lots more of that happening in Menzieshill. You know, my hope really would be that I'm done out of a job, you know, that Bethany Christian Trust are no longer needed in Menzieshill, you know, that would be fantastic.